Best of r/Choosing Beggars episode 25. Backstory: this happened 4 months after we broke up. She pretty much treated me like shit after the breakup and would only text me if she wanted something from me or needed help with something stupid. Right, so now this is how it went down. Her: hi. Me: hi. Her: sup. Me: nothing much. Her: oh okay cool. Me: yay. Why are you texting me? Her: do you have Hotstar Premium by any chance? Me: no. Why would I have that? Hotstar is a streaming service in India, but I live outside India so I obviously wouldn't have it. Her: okay NVM. Do you have Prime though? Me: yeah I do. Her: oh can you share the password PLS, I wanna watch Euphoria. Me: can't you ask your friends? Why does it have to be my account? Her: wow okay, bye. Me: oh okay. By then. Yeah, this was short but a goodbye now. Edit. Forgot to mention, she blocked me on every social media site after this lol. Guess she got super butthurt. Thank you. Next. So yesterday morning I was at the gas station fueling up and this random woman at the next pump hops off of her brand new SUV and starts blabbering something at me. What? I ask. She makes a sad face and shows me her debit card. So could you put some gas in my car? At first I thought she needed help because she didn't know how the gas pump worked. It's stupid but I know how some people still don't know. But then she continues, my card isn't working so even $10 would be fine. Me: EHM number. I'm not buying you gas. Her: but it's Christmas. Me: I don't care. Her: but my debit card is blocked until 3 p.m. Me: then get gas after 3 p.m. She kept blabbering and I didn't listen. I finished putting gas in my car and went away. Like, WTF, ask someone you know if they can get you some gas. Not just a random person. Also, looking at her new SUV, sounded like a bunch of bullcrap. I've recently got my credit card information stolen and had to get a new card so I'm a little bit on the edge too. Thank you. Next. We just had a new co-worker start a few months ago. He's a real sweet and genuine guy. He spent a ton of time getting to know all of us and he would share his knowledge while still eager to learn. Just a good person who made an authentic effort to get to know us. For Christmas, he took the time to write out personalized Christmas cards to each of us in the department. There are about 70 of us. Each card had a personalized message. He put so much care into this, guys. And on top of that, he gifted everyone in the office their own 10. 00 gift card to the local coffee house at our job. He didn't have to do any of this. Most of us were grateful. Most of us. Our resident asshole of a petulant child decided to pipe up during our co-worker's gift giving and tell him that he should have gotten gift cards to a coffee place she uses outside of work. Thank you. Next. We just had a new co-worker start a few months ago. He's a real sweet and genuine guy. He spent a ton of time getting to know all of us and he would share his knowledge while still eager to learn. Just a good person who made an authentic effort to get to know us. For Christmas, he took the time to write out personalized Christmas cards to each of us in the department. There are about 70 of us. Each card had a personalized message. He put so much care into this, guys. And on top of that, he gifted everyone in the office their own 10. 00 gift card to the local coffee house at our job. He didn't have to do any of this. Most of us were grateful. Most of us. Our resident asshole of a petulant child decided to pipe up during our co-worker's gift giving and tell him that he should have gotten gift cards to a coffee place she uses outside of work. Thank you. Next. We just had a new co-worker start a few months ago. He's a real sweet and genuine guy. He spent a ton of time getting to know all of us and he would share his knowledge while still eager to learn. Just a good person who made an authentic effort to get to know us. For Christmas, he took the time to write out personalized Christmas cards to each of us in the department. There are about 70 of us. Each card had a personalized message. He put so much care into this, guys. And on top of that, he gifted everyone in the office their own 10. 00 gift card to the local coffee house at our job. He didn't have to do any of this. Most of us were grateful. Most of us. Our resident asshole of a petulant child decided to pipe up during our co-worker's gift giving and tell him that he should have gotten gift cards to a coffee place she uses outside of work. Thank you. Next. Okay, so to start, a few things. In the UK, you need a blue badge to park in a designated disabled parking space. I drive a tiny 14-year-old two-door VW Lupo. It's really small. Parking at UK hospitals is hell on earth. Story has been changed slightly for anonymity. Act 1. I am driving around the hospital in a big loop, looking for a parking spot to pick up my grandmother who has just been discharged after having her hip replaced and her arm put in a cast. You can't stop and wait as it's a big loop with traffic flow needed for the ambulances. So what you need to do is drive slowly around and then watch out for someone's reverse lights going on so you can stop, let them out and then take the space. It's like a really stressful game of musical chairs but with big metal death machines. My problem is slightly reduced by the fact that I have my grandmother's blue badge that lets me park in disabled spaces, although this is offset by the requirement that I need a space that is wheelchair accessible. Okay, so driving around the loop and the music stops. A parked car in front of me puts its reverse lights on, so I stop and let them reverse out the spot. This is where the problem starts. A huge Volvo XC90 behind me starts beeping. This is kind of normal, like a game of musical chairs. If you push the person in front you can get the seat. Anyway, it does not work. I just wait for the reversing car in front to do its maneuver. The frantic beeping however stops once a second car starts reversing out of a spot, making 2 available spots. I pull into the disabled spot, making sure to park with plenty of room on my passenger side so I can help my grandmother into the car. I then make my way over to my boot when the driver from the huge Volvo XC90 approaches me with her car blocking the road, not in the parking space. Her, you took my spot. Me, no I didn't. Her, you need to move. You are blocking the road. Me, you are blocking the road. Just park it there. I point at the second vacant parking spot. Her, it's too small. You should not have taken the larger spot. At this point she is not a CB. That's a reasonable request. I can however not accommodate her as I need the disabled spot as the other smaller spot is not accessible by wheelchair. Me, sorry but I need wheelchair access for my grandmother. The spot you have is big enough. Do you want me to help you revert it in? I gesture parking hand signals. Her, if you need a disabled parking space why don't you park in a disabled spot? Me, this is a disabled parking spot. I point to the sign. Her, well, why you can park here either then can you? I make a point of opening the boot and getting the wheelchair out and begin assembling it. Her, just because you have a wheelchair does not mean you can park here. You need a blue badge. I point to the blue badge on the dash of my car. Me, do you want a hand with parking or not? Just as I say that a second blue badge my mother's falls out the wheelchair's back pocket as I am assembling it. She moves quickly to pick it up. Her, if you move your car I can park here with this. Me, I am not giving you my blue badge. I move my hand open palmed expecting her to give it back. Her, I need it. My 9-year-old daughter has cancer. I just want to see her. Me, I am very sorry, but that is not my blue badge to give. It's my mother's and she needs it. Her, you don't need to. Please, I just want to see my daughter. The cars stuck behind her car all start beeping progressively louder. Me, sorry I can't. Please give me back the badge. Her, let's be fair. Move your car and let me park here and I will give it to you when I get back. Me, you are not allowed to loan blue badges. I am sorry. I reach for the badge. She moves the badge above her head holding it as high as possible out of my reach. Me, this is not some playground game. Give me back the badge or I will call the police. An ambulance that is stuck in the growing line of cars puts its lights and siren on. She runs back to her car with the blue badge. Me, give me back that badge or I will call the police and report it stolen. She drives off with the badge. I quickly take a photo of the car with my phone to get the reg. A traffic warden who was on the other side of her car suddenly appears. Warden, I already have her for parking her car in the road. What did she steal? At this point with the child cancer story, I am reluctant to assist the warden. She has not yet evolved into a CB, she is just desperate. Although I do have the feeling it's total BS. Me, she took my blue badge. I dropped it and she grabbed it. Warden, OHH, That's messed up, so you have to move your car now? Me. No, I have another. It belonged to another person who had left it in the car. Warden, you'd go and call the police? Me. No, I will walk around and see if I can find her car and get it back when she parks. Warden, okay, I will let you know if I see it parked. Me. Thanks, I should be back in about 30 minutes. Warden gives me a thumbs up as he walks off. Act 2. I have been to the ward and picked up my grandmother. It's been about 30 minutes. I am wheeling her back to the car when I see the lady who took my blue badge walking into the ophthalmology department. I quickly speed up, shouting "Excuse me miss," which she ignores. She then shouts towards the receptionist and says she is only late because some idiot stole her parking space. I make a point of not getting too close as my grandmother is oblivious to all that has happened. When she turns around after registering at reception, she sees me and just glares. Her. I am parked right next to you. I will be 10 minutes. Me. You stole my blue badge. I should report you to the police. Her. You dropped it, and I am going to return it. I had to leave because of the ambulance. My grandmother is getting upset and confused. Me. I am going to be waiting in my car then. She just shrugs and glares at me like I am the one being unreasonable. I get back to my car to a scene of disbelief. She has not just parked her car next to mine, she has parked right next to mine. The disabled spot had a hashed loading area for wheelchairs and there was just enough room for her to park her car between my car and another car in the adjacent disabled spot, but at least my blue badge was on display on her dash. The owner of the other blocked-in car, who was extremely disabled and in a motorized chair, and the warden are both looking at this parking disaster. The car already has one ticket on it, and the warden is sticking a second one on the other side. The owner of the other car says, "Blocked guy, is it true that's a stolen blue badge too?" Me. Yay. She took it when I accidentally dropped it on the floor and drove off, but I saw her inside and she says she will be out in 10 minutes to give it back to me. Blocked guy, what a total B and $pound symbol. I can't get access to my car. I am totally stranded. Me. My grandmother is in the same boat. She has just had her hip replaced. I can't expect her to climb over the gear stick. We wait for about 5 minutes in the freezing rain before moving inside the hospital. The warden remained in the rain and said he will come get us when she returns. 20 minutes later. Lucky she leaves out of the same door we are waiting at and we follow her back to the car. Blocked guy, hey, you blocked me in. How am I meant to get access to my car? Everyone is looking at us. Her. Blocked guy, you stole a blue badge. That is total B and pound symbol S and $sign. Her. She just keeps walking, stone facing us. She climbs into her car by literally walking on my car's bonnet and in through her window. Me. Can you please give me back my blue badge now? She throws it out her car onto my car's roof. She then argues with the parking warden, claiming she had a blue badge so she could park where she wanted. The warden explained that she was not parked in a designated parking spot and the tickets were for obstruction. She reverses out with speed and then drives down the road, but does not slow for the barrier. She smashes straight through the parking barrier, clipping the payment machine, and totally destroys it, stops and then speeds off. Act 3. After seeing that, me, the blocked guy and the warden go to reception to report what had just happened. Receptionist A. What was that all about? All. Explain what had happened. Me. She was in the ophthalmology department. Reception A will know her name. Receptionist B. Not another one. Everyone is like, what? Receptionist A. Sorry, I have to make a phone call. She phones through to the ophthalmology department. Receptionist A. Asks me. She was driving. The lady who you saw in ophthalmology? Me. Yes. She puts the phone down, and then rings another number. Receptionist A. Yes, police. Receptionist B. This happens every time. When they do the checkup, someone drives when they are told not to. It's the eye drops. They are not meant to drive. They are told to make alternative arrangements. But they don't listen and we have to report it. At this point I have concluded that she is a total CB. The cancer story was total BS and she now has the police looking for her. Anyway, I head back to the car with my grandmother, who was amused by the event, and put her in the car. I dismantle the wheelchair and head to the working payment machine exit. To my frustration, it's saying £28.50. £25 fine for taking over 60 minutes in the hour or less parking. Press the assist button hoping to explain my case. Me. Hi, I was blocked in. Machine. Hi, yay, it's okay, I seen it all on camera. Do you have the reg number of that car by any chance? Me. I spill all the beans. Also tell her that reception has called the police and that the warden has already given her 2 tickets. Machine. That's awesome, thanks. If possible, can I have your contact details? We are going to prosecute her for blocking the main road around the hospital and damage to hospital property. Me. My phone number is. Machine. Thank you. Have a good day. Barrier raises without me having to pay for parking. You really can't make this stuff up. Thank you. Next. Before start, sorry for English, and if I'm leaving details out, it is because I really don't know how to explain myself in English. So, sorry about that, but I hope the main story is clear. I'm from Mexico and we have a holidays tradition called Posadas, basically trying to emulate the journey of Joseph and Mary to find a place so she could give birth. Someone offers their home and all the people invited sings until they can enter and then the party start. We have penitas, candy for kids, food, beverages, music, etc. So this year was my husband and I turn to host the party, and that included the work of collecting the fee/cooperation to buy all things. The fee is $150 pesos, about $7. $50 per house. 2 weeks before the event, I went to all the houses to collect the money. Everyone gave it, no problems, until we reached the house of our new neighbor. She moved with her 2 kids around August, so this would be her first time joining us. The conversation went something like this. Me. Hello, I'm Op. This year I am hosting the Posada for the neighborhood. We want to know if you and your kids would join us this year. The fee, it's $150. CB. It is an obligation. Me. No, of course not. It is a tradition of us, and we would like to know if you want to come and join us. CB. Meh. I don't think so. What day is it? Me. It would be the 21. CB. No, that day I can't. I have a party in other place. If you do it the 22 or 23 it would be fine. Me. Sorry, most people voted for it to be 21. CB. Yeah, then don't count me in. And she closed her door in my nose. So this Saturday was the party. Everyone were having a good time. Then we saw the CB coming to us. CB. You are doing so much noise. Can you turn down the music? Everyone turned around to see who was complaining. Neighbor 1. It's a neighborhood party. We do this every year and no one complains for the noise. CB. Yeah, but I want to watch a movie and I can't hear a thing from the TV. Neighbor 2. Sorry about that. We are going to break the penitas. Tell your kids to come so they can get some candy. She just puffed and went back to her house. We started with the penitas, kids and adult taking turns to hit it, and then she comes back. She came back ready for a party. Dress, high heels, makeup, and her kids all well dressed. CB. Come on guys, go hit the penita. I going to grab some food. Like good Mexicans, we hired a taquero to be preparing tacos for all the people invited. One couple bring 2 pizzas because their son didn't like tacos. She went to the taquero and asked for a plate. The default plate came with 5 tacos. Then you could ask for more if you feel like it. CB. Just 5? My sons are going to eat too. Give me more. They eat 10 each and put it to go. The taquero asked me if he should do it, so I went to talk with her. Me. It's 5 per person. I can give you 15 and you can take it home if you like. CB. What? My kids eats 10 each. They will ask for more. Me. Yeah, I am sorry, but you didn't even cooperate for the event. You said you had a party and wouldn't be here today. CB. It is not your business, but that party was cancelled. Are you really going to leave me out of a neighborhood posada? God wouldn't like that. Me. I am not leaving you out, but more people it's expecting to come and. CB. I see pizza there. Can I grab some slices then? Me. That's not mine. Mrs. J and Mr. S brought it for their son. Go ask them. And she left. In the other part of the party, people were complaining because the kids of this woman were doing a mess, taking the stick from other kids and crying if the adults take it from them. I saw CB talking with Mrs. J, and they walked to the pizza. Then I saw CB was throwing hands in the air. and Mr. S came and standed between them. Then they left. They started saying goodbyes and left the party. On the other side, one of her kids hit a girl on the nose because he didn't want her to take the candy from the penitents. The father of the girl complained to the mom, and she said it was his fault for letting her go to grab candy when the big kids are there, and that was another couple who left the party earlier. So we decided to let her know she was no longer welcome at the party, that she should just leave. She was super offended, and left with her kids yelling that we were awful for kicking them out, and excluding them from the neighborhood, and that she will call the cops on us for all the noise. Obviously the cops never came, and after all we had a nice party, and decided that the next year we won't invite her at all. The next day I was talking with Mrs. J and she told me how this woman asked her about the pizza. She said she could grab some slices for their kids. When CB saw the pizza, Hawaiian style, aka pineapple on the pizza, she went nuts saying their kid didn't like that crap, that she should ask before buying garbage. That's when Ms. S intervened and said that pizza was for their son, and if she didn't like it, to buy her own. Then Mrs. J said she didn't feel comfortable with her in there and they deadest to left. PL. Doctor, woman with 2 kids didn't want to cooperate for the neighborhood posada. We invited her anyways. Complaints about food and her kids behaved awful.